your team? Like, that's something that you guys have to ask, because at some point your players are going to get disgruntled. They're going to get the depression.
Sure.
Because this is the second season that you guys have gone full throttle.
Okay,
you're watching teams that have been absolute shit this season, and they're still getting incoming.
So let's look at incomings. Now that we have done all this, obviously, every summer, every team tries to bring in quality to help them improve. And sometimes you can't do all you have to do in one summer. Looking at FFP, resources and stuff like that, what areas and which players do you guys think United need to bring in to support the players that are going to stay?
We need to steal Saliba from Arsenal.
We need 4 positions though. We need a solid centre back, that's a solid centre back, tall guy, because also Martinez is short, that will compensate. We need a solid centre mid, right? A solid centre mid that has energy. And then we need a striker that will support what's his name? Rasmus. And I think we need a better left mid, because Garnacho is going to be on the left, right? And our option right now are Anthony and Sancho on the right. Neither of them is great, right? So Ahmad is a young guy who can come in those games here and there, but we need a solid guy. Like for me, like Greenwood. I know all this thing about he has married the woman, right? They have a child now. Forgive him.
You can't bring him back, man. You can't bring him back. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much stuff about the team. You can't bring him back.
Okay, that's too much. We need a solid right winger. So
give me names. What are the players United fans are talking about?
Okay, we need a left back for sure, because
I don't even think you even need a winger in my opinion, man.
Babes, can I go first? We need a left back before anything else. You need a left back.
Yeah.
You don't bend or look show.
Do you have any player in mind?
Alphonso Davies.
Okay, yeah. I think he's going to be available from Real Madrid. If Mbappe goes there,
I think he's supposed to be going to Real. Yeah.
But the thing is that if he comes to United, he gives you 1 or 2 seasons. You still need to sign another left back, unless you have a younger player from the academy. Want him to help you grow. If you bring him in now, he gives you 1 solid season. By next season, you're looking at you lose another Casemiro. I don't know if
we do have we have
Benfica. His name is Fernandez or whatever. But he need to grow. He's a good left back, but his game need to grow.
You sold him now. They've sold him.
No, we have a buyback clause. He has a clause.
Okay.
But it's only 19. We still in 19. You can be. That's not your prime yet.
Joe, do you have an idea of any central defender you think United should go for?
Yeah. The guy at Nice, what's the name? That French guy. I can't remember.
Todibo.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think we need 2 center backs, or not 1. I think we need 2.
Yeah, because, if we're trying to get rid of Lindelof and Maguire, definitely need 2 more.
Keep Lindelof, because Lindelof can come in.
No.
What about that guy? The Fulham guy.
No, Lindelof gotta go.
The Nigerian guy.
Okay, Tosin.
We can look at him. He looks decent.
What about this Nigerian guy in Nottingham Forest? I know. Can he do bits for United at the right back position?
It's different whenever you play for those shit teams, and it's different whenever you get United.
Yeah.
The whole game changes.
No, but I know. I mean, against the big teams, it did good against big teams this season.
Yeah, but doesn't I know playing more of a wing back type system than right?
It's opposite of what you have in Wan-Bissaka. He defends, but he's also a very progressive right back.
No, but the thing is, if you get a good left back, Dalot can go back to his right back position, and then the new left back will do what he has to do. So we have that answer to the right back in Dalot. We just need to fill out our left back, and then we're good.
No, but you don't need a backup.
Do we?
You need a backup.
I have said something about
2 positions per two plays per position. Though.
Yeah, I was going to say that what happened to United this season. You have obviously seen that you need to have especially defensively, you need to have almost 2 players in each position.
Do you know what caused our problems? If you remember, when this certain doctor was at Arsenal had all the injuries. We brought that same doctor to Man U. They have all the injuries. That's the guy.
Yeah, I don't know that guy. I don't know he was the agent for Arsenal, man.
And then Arsenal didn't have injury all season.
So in the midfield, I don't know. You said bring a center mid. I don't think you get as United need just 1 player in the midfield. You guys need to sign like 2 or 3 players in that midfield.
No, 1.
Yeah, no, 2 mid. You need 2
midfielders strong.
If you're gonna let Casemiro and Eriksen go, you need to replace them with 2 strong ones. Yeah. You need at least one of them. One of them needs to be. We need at least one of them needs to be a solid 6, and then the other one needs to be able to play 6 and 8 at the same time.
I heard City are trying to sell Nunes, the guy they signed from Wolves. What do you guys think about him?
Who?
Oh, for real? They sell him already?
Nunes, yeah, I think.
After just 1 season or 2, he was just 1 season.
I saw in one of the groups. I haven't checked out the story, but somebody put it on one of the publications that City asking for, I think 60 million or something like that. The money they bought him for to let him go.
He just got there.
Yeah. And don't forget, they also have Phillips. What do you think about Phillips? Former list player I want to see there.
Absolutely not.
No chance. Absolutely not. No way. No way.
Okay.
No way.
And
we already have 1 other ball in the team.
What about the striking position?
Striking positions.
I know their names have been thrown out there: Osimhen, Isaac, and all these players. Who do you guys know as United in your forum? Who do you United should go for?
There was a guy.
Is Isaac available?
Not that he's available, but because of FFP and Newcastle, is from what I'm hearing, it looks like if they get a good offer, and another thing is not just that they want to sell him. They don't want to sell him, but he might want to go to, teams that are playing in Europe.
There was a guy that was his name.
I would look at it.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I mean, there was a guy that was his name. Benjamin Sesko,
the one that is linked to Arsenal.
Yeah. The one that.
But he's a young striker as well, just like Haaland as well. So you're having two young players as your striker. I don't know if that will work.
Yeah. We had, to me, we had York and Cole that were similar. To me, the guy that I'd love for us to go for was obviously Harry Kane because he was available, right? But I think there's no other proven striker out there that we can get. Yeah, Isak is great, but I don't know who else is a proven goal scorer.
Tony
remember what you said in the beginning. If this new guys are coming to United are serious, and like what you mentioned, United is like the Bayern Munich of Germany for England. I don't think trying to go and get Harry Kane will be an audacious thing. I think it might be a right move, and if they can pull it off, it probably will elevate United to almost title contenders next season. What do you guys think about that?
It definitely would have been a great decision for us to go for Harry Kane, and I think Harry Kane would have definitely been up for it. Now that he's coming from Bayern Munich, we don't have to deal with the owner over there in Tottenham, who did not want to send him over to Manchester United. Exactly. And if that was going to happen, he was going to make us pay dearly for it. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad we didn't pay ridiculous amounts of money for Harry Kane. Harry Kane, I think, would fit perfectly. Oh, let me not go ahead and say perfectly. Let's look, but I think he would be great because he's the type of player that'll have all the English players fall in line. Right now, we have English players that feel that, to me personally, I feel like they don't feel like they need to follow or listen to Bruno Fernandes. There's a disconnect here. Harry Kane automatically locks it down. Harry Kane is the type of striker that will tell Rashford, nah, this running down blind alleys that you do, this running down into double coverage, triple coverage, and not giving up the ball, nah, that dies today. That's done. So bringing somebody at the caliber of of Harry Kane would be very beneficial to this team. That said, I think we can get somebody a little bit cheaper, right? But then it will be on Erik Ten Hag to make sure like the ethos of this team is to get the ball to our strikers. There is no reason why Højlund should have spent this entire season not being fed, right? A lot of the issues that Højlund had is that he just wasn't getting any service. That's another thing that the team has to pay attention to, because there's no point in getting this world-class striker if we don't have a system set up to feed him. Now, Harry Kane, I like, because from time to time, he would come into the midfield. He would drop back, right? It's something that people complain a lot, but he has the foresight to drop back and then push the game forward, which is something that we lacked a lot, because, and I believe this is maybe Erik Ten Hag's fault. A lot of times, our midfield was dead because too many of our midfielders that were supposed to be making those plays were too far forward, which left us very vulnerable to counterattacks, and we see it time and time again. This is something that Erik Ten Hag needs to work on, and I'm Erik Ten Hag in, but this summer he definitely has to look at himself, and if he decides, if the team decides to keep him, I would. That's definitely something he has to look at. I think he's gonna go, because the way he's been talking in the media, that sounds like somebody that knows he's about to give his 2 weeks notice. So he's going around telling people how he really feels. Like you look at his media throughout this whole weekend.
Yeah,
he's Roy Keane. Wow. What's his name from Newcastle? The commentator,
Alan Shearer.
Wow. Lineker. Bow. He was hitting everybody. He even said, hey, even when people were talking about Kobe Mainoo, he's like, oh, hold up now. You guys are already starting to do that thing again. That thing that you do where you hype up players, you put them on an astronomical level, knowing most players are not going to be able to sustain that. And you are just here waiting for the guy to fall so that you can slander the person again. You hype him up going up, just so you can slander him going down. And he says that they do that to players and they do that to managers. He himself knows. He's seen it.
Yeah, this is something that Ten Hag, if he stays in United, he needs some media coaching. The way he talks in the media sometimes.
He definitely does. I don't know if it's a language barrier.
He loves to be wondered. He's very
catastrophic. He needs to watch public.
I actually like the way he talks, though. I like the way he talks, though, man. I have no problem. I got no qualms with the way he talks, man. The guy.
Sometimes he's a little bit too confrontational. You need to be a little.
I don't think so.
No, I think he's been. I think he's not been confrontational enough.
I love his response to Alan Shearer yesterday. You guys take us up and you hammer out and coming down. I loved it. It was perfect response.
I'm not talking about. No, I listened to the interview after the FA Cup. He did good, but all season. Well, I think you guys are right. Eventually, it's not easy to handle the team when things are going bad. Sometimes your emotions can just go, and these guys come after the game when you're thinking about your loss and start to ask you some silly questions. And I think another thing that is worrying him, just like Joe mentioned, is some of these players are even doing these things. I'm not sure by these so-called ex-internationals who give them the confidence to to like disrespect the coach and the dressing room rules and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for anything to add before we do.
No, I was just gonna say, there's a chance Erik Ten Hag does stay, though, because there's a report from Manchester Evening News saying that the club is also still considering Erik Ten Hag staying as well.
Yeah, definitely. That was what I said. Yeah, they said they were still looking at him, and looking at the fact that. See what's going on in almost every club looking for a manager. There's really not much options out there as well.
So, that's the thing. There's no viable option.
And there is so much to be done in United. You probably, since you have this guy in already, focus on other things, buying players, releasing players, philosophy, infrastructure, and stuff like that. Then if he doesn't do well, he can now deal with that aspect going forward. Though having the coach as well is also key, because the coach you have determines the kind of players that you bring in, depending on how he wants to play. So it's a little bit of a conundrum for United right there. But I trust these guys. At least now, United has people who are football people making the decisions at the board level. So they're going to look at all the situations critically and come up with a a way or a dimension to approach the problem because being a rival fan, sometimes for banter you kind of like where the team is, but if you're a football person, you wouldn't want United to be a team that is disappearing from from challenging, and you see City dominating English football. It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't speak well at all.
I got a question for you, Reggie, and for the guys on the chat. So having that United won the game yesterday, who between Arsenal and Manchester United, who had a better season?
Manchester United.
I'll answer you this. Arsenal was in this situation in 2019. We won an FA Cup with Arteta, and United was challenging for the league. If you ask me, I like where Arsenal is today compared to where United is. So I would prefer to be Arsenal than United.
That was the question. He didn't ask who is in a better position. He asked who had a better season.
Who had a better season? If
you had to say either Man U or Arsenal, who had a better season this season? That was my question.
Okay.
How was it?
Like I said, it's not. I can't give you a straight answer.
Why are you going with the bush? Why are you going with the bush?
No, I'm happy with Arsenal. That's why. See, I know why you're asking the question because United won a trophy. I understand it, but that's why I told you in 2019, Arsenal won an FA Cup with a messed up. Finished
Reggie, why you going with the bush? I ask you a simple question. Where about better season, Man U or Arsenal?
Arsenal, and I will tell you why.
Go ahead.
The reason why I will tell you Arsenal had a better season because a season like you guys said now, as a manager or as a owner or as a fan, you don't look at how the team performed throughout the season. It's not one game decide who had a better season kind of stuff. You look at the league, 38 games. Arsenal won 28 matches out of 38. They drew 5 and lost 5. That's almost 33 games unbeaten out of 38.
What did that count? What did that?
But what trophy did you have to show?
That's what I'm telling you. 2019. No, hold on. 2019. That's not finished. Hold on. That's not finished. Finished the same 8th position and won FA Cup. And United came second, challenging City to win the league. So I don't know if that time people prefer to win the FA Cup and be 8th. I don't know if
do you know
okay, so let me ask you a question though, right?
Okay.
Do you know if beat Liverpool to our finals? Do you know if beat Liverpool in quarterfinals to get and we beat Liverpool and we beat City to win the trophy?
Yeah, true. That's true.
No, it's the same thing. Arsenal in 2019 beat City, beat Chelsea, and Liverpool to win the FA Cup.
That's 2019. That was
no, I'm just telling you. I'm referencing it happened before. So I'm asking you: do you want to be 8th and win FA Cup, or do you want to be challenging for the league? Because the league, because your league.
Reggie.
My question was talk about 2019.
What am I?
My question was, who had a better season to show off?
No, I still prefer to be this season. I prefer to be an Arsenal fan. I prefer the way Arsenal season ended.
No. Okay. Now, what we're saying, who had a better season, right? When it talks about because I'm very sure you want to win trophies, right?
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Are you okay? Are you okay with playing good football, challenging for the league every season, but not winning it and not winning the trophy? Or would you like? Wait. Let me finish. Would you prefer to challenge for the league, no trophies? Next season, you do the same thing, challenge for the league, but no trophies. But then win a trophy, win a FA Cup or Carabao Cup, or I don't know, or Champions League or whatever it is, or at least a cup, right? Which one would you prefer?
If Arsenal next season play the way United played this season, I win a FA Cup, I won't be happy. I won't. I'll prefer to be Champions League semi-finals, play good football, challenge for give ourselves a chance to win the league because we lost the league by 2.
So you're happy with challenging for the league?
No, I'm not.
But not winning.
No, listen to me. In football, 1 + 1 is not always 2. But I'm saying, I'm saying, if my team,
Arsenal mathematics.
No, if my team has to be United every season and win the Carabao Cup, I won't. I don't.
Okay, you know what? Let me
can I say one thing here?
No, let me hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me simplify for you.
For me?
in England, the most prestigious cup, right, is the Premier League.
Yeah.
The second most prestigious cup is the FA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
The third most prestigious cup is the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
After that is nothing.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is,
Reggie, let me finish.
Okay.
Last I checked, City won the most prestigious cup in England. United won the second most prestigious cup. Liverpool won the third. Arsenal did not win any of those.
Correct. But let me tell you something. It is not also. I know you have watched football for a very long time. The league, the league is what is used to determine where a team is. You don't use FA Cup or Carabao Cup. It's the league, because league is 38 games a season. So if you,
what does your trophy cabinet have to show? Your trophy cabinet is empty.
That's what I'm telling you.
Who remembers? Does anybody
let me say
remember
one thing, guys? Guys, hold up.
But you know what? He said I shouldn't go back. It's where United is now. 2019, Arsenal was exactly the same way. We came 8th, considered a lot of goals, lost about 10 games that season, and won the FA Cup. Arsenal fans were not happy.
Arsenal fans, you guys will never agree, man. You will never agree, because if on a position, you guys will say you had the better season. So you know what? You can say whatever you want to say, Reggie. You Arsenal fans.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. The whole season, your joy came on Sunday. All season, you have been having issues with your team. Some weeks you say sack Ten Hag, some weeks just Bruno. The other week Greenwood. All this happened all through the season. Is that what you want? You want to have this feeling every year and win FA Cup? Tell me.
That's not what I said. That's not.
No, I'm asking you. So that's what I'm saying.
Now, Reggie. The
but
question
I want to win
is,
trophies, though.
So wait, Ben, no vex. So, see, obviously, we don't want to be coming 8th every season and FA Cup. But hold on. But the question is based on the fact where we are today, this season.
I prefer to be Arsenal.
Hold up now. I think is, guys. I've not.
As of today,
I see Reggie every weekend, right? He's never going to, even if Arsenal came.
Ask a question. The thing is, if Arsenal came 3rd or 4th, it's easy for me to say.
Reggie, why do we play football? I mean, what do these teams play? Is it to come second or to win the cup?
But you have to play well to win, right?
No. What's the purpose of challenging?
But did you win anything?
Can I say something to Reggie?
Joe, go ahead.
I guess maybe the reason why we're asking is because, like, at the end of the day, right? No matter how well you play, it seems like Arsenal is still missing that piece mentally to see certain games through, to answer the call. There is no reason why Arsenal has played as well as they played this season, and they have not been involved in any finals this season. What is it about your team? Like, that's something that you guys have to ask, because at some point, your players are going to get disgruntled. They're going to get the depression will start sitting in.
Sure.
Because this is the second season that you guys have gone full throttle. You're watching teams that have been absolute shit this season, and they're still getting incoming.
I give you guys one more season.
Let me react to that.
How long do you think you'll be able to keep those?
Let me react to that. Every Arsenal fan is gutted. Arsenal did not win trophy this season. No, there's no hiding that fact. In the FA Cup, every Arsenal fan is not happy with Arteta because he messed with those trophies. It's not about mentality. Those games, he gambled a lot and Arsenal lost. Nobody is happy with that. But what it looked like was like the manager was focused on winning the league. So he gave it his best shot. And all of us here, regardless that you guys are going to take from Arsenal fan, everybody know that Arsenal did everything possible to win the league this season. The only reason why we didn't win the league is Pep Guardiola. And everybody knows, even club that left Liverpool this season managed to just beat Pep only once with the.
We can't say
if you had not lost twice.
Hold on.
You would have won the league.
Let me finish. So that's not a sign of a team that has a weak mentality. This same Arteta has won FA Cup. And Arsenal fans we are complaining, hey, we have won enough FA Cup. We want to win the league. We want to win Champions League. Because Arsenal has a record FA Cup title, 14. The most in England. So Arsenal fans, they don't
because
want
of that one
Cup.
season that you're calling useless. So remember that one season when you guys won the FA Cup, but then finished at 8th. You're calling that season useless. But now you're saying that.
That's what I'm telling you. That season, we were not happy that we won the FA Cup and came 8th. No Arsenal fan was happy. No Arsenal fan was happy. And so, if you remember, you're saying, at that time too, the United fans were saying, what is FA Cup? But now you have won it is a big cup. So that's what I'm saying. It depends on what you want. Arsenal fans now want their team to win the league or Champions League. And
the thing is for us, Reggie, remember, for Man U, this is year 2 of Ten Hag. And in 2 years, he's been in the final, back to back, and he's won one, thankfully. Arsenal has been in this chase for 4 years with Arteta, right? And has only won the FA Cup, right? Ten Hag has won more in 2 years compared to what Arteta has won.
Definitely.
But now, what we're saying is Arsenal has been in this almost there mentality, but they just can't get it. And is that because of is that because of your coach? Is that because of your club? But if you look at it paper to paper, black and white, we play football because we want to win that title. We want to win the cup. If it's the league, if it's the whatever it is. And based on that, I think Man United, Liverpool, and City have better season than Arsenal because they won something for their efforts this season.
Well, like I said, it depends on your priority. Like I said, Arsenal fans, at the beginning of this season, no Arsenal fan was going to be happy with Arsenal winning FA Cup and not challenging for the league title or Champions League. No Arsenal fan wanted the FA Cup. So, and I think that played in Arteta's head. During the season, FA Cup games were not prioritized. And that's why Arsenal did not go to the final. They did not win anything. We went for the league because the fans said, we want to win the league or Champions League.
Reggie.
Final question.
Reggie. Do you remember, Reggie?
Would you have preferred to?
Do you remember whenever you're disqualified for FA and everything else, you say you want to win Premier League and Champions League, so you're concentrating on Premier League and Champions League. Do you remember?
No, there's priority. Everybody have their priority. Our
priority was FA Cup this season.
Is it?
Our priority was FA Cup this season because you're not going to win the league.
Arsenal had what it takes to challenge for the league.
We laid all our legs on FA Cup. What did Arsenal lay their eggs on?
The league, and they pushed to the last day of the season.
Did you win it? Did you win it, or did you come close to winning it?
Only one person will win the league every season, not two people.
Reggie, quick question for you.
Okay.
Would you rather come second or come 8th? Win FA Cup and play Europa League?
Well, like I said, in football, 1 + 1 is not. It depends on how the team is playing. If you give me this Arsenal team now, the way they push City this season, again like this next season, to push City the same way, I'll take this position. I won't take the FA Cup and play Europa. I won't. Because why I would do that is, you know why? Ask me why. Why is that?
Why?
There's a chance of this Arsenal team winning the league next season more than United winning the league. There's more chance. There's more chance for this Arsenal team today to
Reggie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys one more season. And I'm gonna say this: if you do not win the league next season,
it's never gonna happen. It
will never happen under Arteta. I can bet my mortgage on that.
It's very possible.
You guys, you'll be done.
No, Beans. It will happen because Pep is leaving next season now, so maybe there'll be chance for everybody after Pep leaves next season.
It's very possible.
You know, it's very possible for us to finish next season.
Another team will come. Because think about it, when you challenge season 1, you challenge season 2, you challenge season 3. It's not just it's the players' mentality. They're like, okay, we're doing all this, but we still cannot win. Players will check out.
Yeah, but somebody said on this podcast one time that these days we have reduced talking about football to, somebody. Everything has context to it. Like somebody mentioned, Pep has even a club that's living that everybody is hailing for Liverpool. He only managed to win it once with that team that he had. Why? Because of Pep and the kind of resources that City have. So you have to put it into context. It's just like Ten Hag.
At least he won other cups to keep his players happy.
Let me ask you a question.
If Arteta is not winning anything else for his players,
if Pep stays in England and the way Arsenal is now, they give Arteta 200 million next season. He signs 2 world-class players again and put in his team. And Ten Hag in his process. Do you think in the next 1 or 2 years he can win the league?
Ten Hag?
Yeah, no. Exactly, that's the same thing. Exactly.
No. But United fans, we're not worried. We're not saying
it's the same thing. It's the same thing. This does not. Let me tell you something.
When I won't win league,
exactly.
You guys want to win the league. You wanted to win it last year. You wanted to win it this year.
Reggie, do you know Tottenham and Aston Villa can come top 4 next season, and Arsenal might be finished 5th or 6th? Do you know that?
You said that last season. At the beginning of this season that just finished, the fans were saying Arsenal will not come second. They will not push again. They have lost their chance. And they still did it again. So
do you know Arsenal are 1 injury away from finishing even 3rd or 2nd?
You know what? I'm going to say this, right, because you guys have not really had the injuries that other teams have had.
We did, right? We did, bro. We did. We managed it differently.
Not what United have.
Your
center back pairing. Your center back pairing played pretty much almost the whole season. Saliba did not miss a game, bro.
Hold on. Let me tell you.
He's due for something.
Before our season started, Gabriel Jesus was our first choice striker. He barely played this Saturday game this season.
That dude was a liability in your team.
In the midfield, Thomas Partey is our first choice center mid. He barely played this season.
From Rice?
That's because he was trash.
No, Partey trash.
It was trash. And then he got injured. He came back still trash.
Okay. First of all, like I said, congrats to United. You guys won the FA Cup. Of course, we want to win trophies. But again, we also want to gauge the journey of our teams. For me, I am happy the way Arsenal is progressing. The way the team is now. We have more chance to win the league and maybe push for Champions League than United. You guys are in the beginning of your process. So that consolation, of course, you need it. We had it 4 years ago. But by the time your team takes shape, you stop looking at FA Cup. You start looking at trying to win the league. And for me, that's the bigger picture. And that's why I prefer where Arsenal is. Am I happy that we didn't win any trophy? No, I'm not happy, for sure. I'm not going to be happy. And I said it in the podcast after the final game, that next season, Arteta has to find a way to win a trophy. Either FA Cup, I don't care what it is. He needs to. But I will not exchange that for challenging.
You've given up on the league.
Because when you fall off from there, it's difficult to come back.
Reggie,
you will fall off. You will fall off.
Do you know what's going on? Reggie,
that's what I'm saying. They should push it. They should push for it and get it. Because if you don't win it and you fall off, you can't go back there.
Reggie, I don't think you know Arsenal only have one game, one person off the bench to change the game. They either have Martinelli or Trossard. That's one of the guys who can come and change the game. They don't have nobody else off the bench to come and change the game.
No, Jesus came up many times against United. Jesus won game for us now.
Brother, talking about Jesus. His time is long.
No, Jesus won game. Even Champions League, he was highest scorer in Champions League. He won games for us.
Reggie, let me ask you, Reggie, would you get rid of any Arsenal players this season?
Yeah, of course.
Who would you get rid of?
Not the first choice. His Nelson has to go. Edin Ketia has to go. Between I want Smith Rowe one more season because he had injury last season. He barely played games. One more season if he doesn't perform, because I'm beginning to see him like a Rashford, a Sancho kind of player. All these boys that because they're English players, they don't want to push themselves. So ESR after next season, if he doesn't prove himself, he can go. Vieira started to show us what he could bring, but he got injured. He barely played this season, and he had lost in the pecking order. But
those are all bad players. Those are all bad players you're talking about, Reggie.
Yeah, out of your starting 11. Out of your starting 11. Who's coming out?
No.
So you're saying that right now you wouldn't change your lineup. You wouldn't bring anybody in to replace anybody in the starting lineup.
You say Gary, they can get. We need quality in our team, but that doesn't mean you have to set the ones that are there. There can be options.
So in your starting lineup, is your starting lineup good enough to win the league?
No, are you saying? Can I add to it? Or you're saying Jerry? I'm talking about selling them.
Lineup. It's your starting lineup.
No. You can get a better striker than
is your first 11 good enough to win the league as it is right now?
If you ask me, I will replace Ben White most times with Timber. Because I saw Timber in the preseason last year and what he played in the last game, I will replace him with Ben White in most of the games.
But Timber is a center, bro.
But don't you need a striker?
No, I'm coming. So I'm turning from the left, from the defense. So I'll put Timber there most of the time because Ben White was running to the ground all through the season. So Timber will come in there. On the left side, if I have a better left back that's a left-footed player, maybe, if not, I think we have about 2 players who can play there. In the midfield, Thomas Partey, I had this argument with my guy Ugum on this podcast. Partey, I will move him on because I think not quality, but he's getting slower. I think he's old enough. He's too old to be in that position.
He's too injury-prone.
And plus the injury again, I will change him. Then up front, Kai Havertz, to be honest, just because there are no too many options out there, I'm tempted to something. But if I have an option like an Isak is available, or maybe Osimhen, or you give me a quality player, I will change our striking position. But if I'm going to still gamble with a Sesko, or no, I won't. Havertz will still start for me. Then if the second option proves himself, then he can take the position. So these are the areas I think Arsenal needs to work on. Then Odegaard needs an option. He can't be playing every season.
Reggie, I think I know Arsenal problem. How about you bench Saka?
Saka doesn't need to be benched. He needs an option. He can't bench Saka.
Because every time that guy have a bad game, he be leaving off the field all the games.
No. Don't check his numbers. You know the problem this season. Saka is seen to have had a bad season, but he just got just one goal less Foden. So that tells you how good he is. If people are saying he had a bad season, he only scored one goal less from Foden, and his overall GA is more than Foden. And you're saying he had a bad season. So that tells you how good he is.
Minus penalties.
Foden scored penalty. People lose penalties now. People lose penalties. Foden scored 17. Saka scored 16.
I'm not even going to front. I'll take Saka over anybody we got on the right side for United.
Yes,
I'm taking Saka over anybody.
Yeah,
I'm taking Saka over Garnacho, over Ahmad.
It's just that he played too many games, so he needs an option.
Saka is
why was he acting like he's injured all the games that he'd be losing?
That guy gets kicked every season. Don't you watch the games? Every game he gets kicked badly. He gets kicked, so he's a human.
And he does the same thing to other people too.
Okay, guys, thanks, man. It's really good to have you guys. I like the hot seat you guys put me. Let's do this again. I'm probably one of the Arsenal section. I'll probably bring 1 or 2 of you to ask Spice because I'm going to be.
No, bring us all of us.
That's Spice Care. Flavor.
Oh, Joy's coming right now. Because
we're going to do
late. You Kenyans, I thought Nigerians had problems. Kenyan time is crazy.
Joe, you are mute. Joe, you are mute. You can't hear you, Joe. You can't
hear me. You can't hear me. You guys can hear
Joe,
me. Right?
You know the other Joe.
I hear you.
Kenyan time is crazy.
The other Joe is muted.
Joe, we are rounding up.
Oh, Joe's muted.
Okay. The one who just logged in right now. We can't hear you.
No, you got mute.
He came in late and he has technical difficulties. Kenya.
You're
Nairobi.
mute.
Nairobi. Oh, you're not.
Oh, you gotta listen. You gotta then we leave the meeting.
Okay, guys. Joe.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for coming to the show, and let's see. I pray you guys want Ten Hag. We pray he stays in United and see what happens next season. Good luck, guys, and we see how transfers are going to go. And have the teams prepare for next season, and we'll go again. Cheers and ciao.
Cheers now. And glory.
Glory, man.
United.